Day after day, night after night, hashing out the same things again, weighing pros and cons of every situation, hoping that each risk is one well taken. I've got some hope still living, but I refuse to hold my breath. I think I've learned my lesson time and time again after waking up from passing out. My face left as blue as the way I'd been feeling. I confess, my head feels like a mess, but I'm learning. A year to the month, I dug out of the rut I walked myself into. Nothing but a car filled with whatever memories were contained in the boxes I had packed over the passing weeks. Needed to escape this weathered town, and what I ultimately made it all about. Every road familiar, each block a memory, just like the pros and cons, I weigh each heavily. Lessons learned from so many, but living in the past just left me empty and brought new meaning to the phrase, only take which you can carry. One can be harmed by things said and done, but at the end of each night, it's your own mind that'll tear you apart. I know it's hard when you're at war with yourself, but as easily as you link anchors around your feet, you have the hands and possess the means to sever those ties, allowing yourself to float back to the surface and breathe. I don't mean to repeat myself, but I confess, my head is still a bit of a mess, but I'm learning. I remember things about myself that I kept buried, ways of thinking I should have been speaking. I fell in line to keep anything familiar by my side as fear of loss became my drive. I said the right things, was present to the best of my ability. I lifted my eyes, I bowed my head in hopes of finding stability. But I found no rock to build upon, just sand, and I was sinking. Guilty was the verdict, exiled to a grave, was unknowingly digging. I confess, I've hated myself for quite some time before I ever learned to, but please make no mistake, I was taught to. Even without the demon of depression, an angel would have ultimately led me to that learned behavior's oppression. I'm learning to love me, the one I locked away. I recognize a bit of self-hate still remains for who I was and how easily I compromised living and growing for some false sense of security. Heaved my roots to a new home, transplanted from sour soil turned sweet. What a lesson I've been learning, and now I'm growing.